Good morning, student. We have start topic the magnetic effect of electric current. Okay, in that we have studied that if electric current pass through an electric conductor, at that time field is generated around the conductor. That field is called as a magnetic field when current is passing through an electric conductor. Okay, so in last lecture we have studied the example of current carrying coil. Okay, example of coil. If you take a coil, then at each and every point on a coil, what magnetic field is generated around that coil, and how much magnetic field is generated, that depend on the number of turns. That also we have studied the total magnetic field produced around a loop when current passing through it. It will be equal to magnetic field due to one loop into total number of loop. That formula also we studied in the last lecture. Now today we have to see magnetic field due to current in a solenoid. If we take solenoid and if electric current is a pass through that solenoid, at that time how much magnetic field around it is produced, that now we have to see. First of all, we have to see what is solenoid. If you take a copper wire and wound that wire circularly, okay, so the shape is formed which simply called as a solenoid. Suppose this is a wire, okay, this is straight wire. If we wound that wire such a way that okay, then the shape is called as a solenoid. The shape is called as a solenoid. Okay, actually this is a spring like structure of an electric conductor. If you wound copper wire, okay, which having resistive cover, okay, if we have to take a copper wire which have resistive cover and we wound that wire like this shape, means make a spring of that wire, then this spring is simply called as a solenoid. Okay, now we know we are already studied the magnetic field through, and we have studied the magnetic field through a bar magnet. Okay, we know, suppose this is bar magnet, okay, then this is the north pole and this is south pole. Around this bar magnet, magnetic field is present. Okay, that we are already studied. Such a way that if we take a solenoid, okay, if we consider a one solenoid and see the magnetic field around that, suppose this is a one solenoid, these diagrams are given in our book. Okay, this much shape is our solenoid. Okay, now if we see the magnetic field through the solenoid, then one thing we will see that magnetic field through the solenoid is same, okay, and like the magnetic field through a bar magnet. Okay, okay, these are the magnetic line of force in a solenoid. These diagrams are given in book, you have to see there. Okay, so such a way that we can represent the magnetic field passing through the solenoid. Okay, okay, so same like a bar magnet. Okay, actually this diagram is not that much accurate, but we have to see the diagram given in our book. Okay, so if we see in case of this bar magnet, okay, we also see a similar structure. Okay, if we take bar magnet and one solenoid, okay, this is the inside of this solenoid, okay, and this is the outside of the solenoid. This is the inside and this is the outside. So here if we see inside and outside of the both cases, okay, if you see first of all the bar magnet, okay, magnetic field direction is north to south. So here if we see this line are present outside the magnet, also inside the magnet, okay, but now if we see spacing between the line are same inside the magnet, okay, if we see two nearer line, then we will see that the distance of spacing between two lines is same. Now here also if we see distance between two lines is also same in case of solenoid, okay. So what happen, both cases are same inside the magnet, okay. Inside the solenoid we are also see the spacing between two closed line is same, and also here inside the bar magnet spacing between two lines is also same. So if I already told you the spacing between two lines is the same, okay, these two lines, these two lines, these two lines and these two lines, the spacing between two nearer lines are same, then such a field are called as a uniform magnetic field. Which field is called as a uniform magnetic field. Now here spacing between two nearer lines is almost same in everywhere, so we can say that if we see structure of magnetic field of bar magnet and solenoid which is also same, okay, so we can say that the magnetic field produced around a current carrying solenoid which should be equal to the magnetic field produced around an bar magnet, okay. Nature of both the magnetic field produced around solenoid and bar magnet is also same, okay. So we can say that solenoid is also a bar magnet, okay. It also has two poles, one is north pole, one is south pole. One pole of this solenoid is act as a north pole and one pole of solenoid is act as a south pole. We can check which pole is north pole and which pole is south pole, okay. If a current is passing through here, then if you take one bar magnet, okay, it is not, suppose we don't know actually this is which pole, okay, we have to check which is the north pole of our solenoid and which is the south pole. Then simply we have to route one magnet here in contact with this one pole, okay. Suppose if we take here north pole of one bar magnet, okay, suppose we are take here bar magnet and north pole of bar magnet is here and south pole of bar magnet is here, okay. So if here the repulsion is takes place, then we can say that here is also north pole, okay, because we know in case of magnet like poles has repulsion. So if we route north pole to contact with this side of solenoid and if repulsion is takes place here, then we can say that this is north pole. And if we route here north pole and if attraction in between takes place, then we can say that this is south pole, because we know in case of a magnet opposite pole has a attraction, okay. So such a way that we can find out the poles of a solenoid which is south pole and which is north pole, okay. So simply we can only understand in case of a solenoid what is a solenoid. If you take copper wire and wound it, so its spring like structure is made, that is simply called as a solenoid. If we see, if we pass through current that is solenoid, at that time we will see that the nature of magnetic field generate around that solenoid that should be equal to the magnetic field production around the bar magnet, okay. Inside the solenoid magnetic field intensity is remain constant, means spacing of line between inside the solenoid is always same. So we can say that inside the solenoid uniform magnetic field is generate, okay. So also we check the south and north pole of this solenoid by route one bar magnet in contact with this solenoid. If like poles are came in contact, then repulsion is there. And if unlike poles are in contact, then there should be a attraction. So such a way that we can check the north and south pole of the solenoid. Okay, so such a way that this is the concept we have to see, which is given in our book, which is the magnetic field due to current in a solenoid. So such a way that as like a bar magnet, same way magnetic field production takes place around a solenoid when we pass electric current through it. Okay. So next topic we have to see, that is force acting on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Okay, what? Force acting on a conductor, force acting on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Means simply what we have to do, we have to take one conductor and place it in a magnetic field. And when we place the conductor in a magnetic field, and if we pass current through that conductor which is placed in a magnetic field, then force act on that conductor. Okay, so we have to see how that force is act on that conductor. For that, one diagram is given in our book. Okay, one stand is given there, and one Thorpe shoe magnet as like a U-shaped magnet, okay, is there. Okay, which having one south pole and one north pole. Okay, one south pole and one north pole, which is connected to the one stand. Okay, and one electric conductor is a pass through that, such a way that one electric conductor is passed through that, and one another stand is there, so that which is side. Okay, so such a way that one diagram is given in our book. Okay, so what happened, we place this electric conductor, this is electric conductor. Okay, this is magnet. So we know around magnet, magnetic field is there. So we place this conductor in a magnetic field. Okay, and as we pass through electric current through it. Okay, as we pass electric current through it, at that time what happen, force will be act on that wire. Okay, now how much that force is, how we can find out the direction of that force is, that we have to see only here. Okay, for that only you have to see the diagram which is given in our book. For one stand, one magnet is placed, and for one another stand, one electric conductor is placed here. This conductor is connected to the battery. Okay, so we can pass electric conductor through it. Okay, so that full diagram is given in our book. We have to see that diagram in book. Okay, so when we pass electric current through this conductor, okay, if we pass electric current through this conductor which is placed in a magnetic field, which is placed in a magnetic field, at that time one force is generated on this electric conductor. Okay, that force actually we have to find out here in which direction that force is acting. Now here we place the electric conductor here, so this magnetic field act on this conductor is in perpendicular direction. Okay, which direction? Perpendicular direction. So here whatever the magnetic field act on that conductor, that we are show here such a way. Okay, in three cases we are show such a way the magnetic field act on a conductor which is in perpendicular magnetic field, means this is perpendicular to the plane of this board. Okay, which is act perpendicular direction, because this magnetic line of forces are go such a way that north to south direction. Okay, so which is perpendicular to this plane. Okay, so that thing also we have to remember. Okay, so first of all we have to see if no current is passed through this conductor. Okay, what we do here, we place one electric conductor in a magnetic field. We connect one battery also to this conductor to pass through current it. Okay, but we take first case A, in that we not connect it to a battery, means no electric current is passed through it. At that time it remain as it is. No change in an electric conductor takes place. Okay, it is remain as it is. Now we see the second case B. Okay, if we connect electric conductor to the battery, okay, now what happen in that case? If we connect electric conductor to the battery and current is a passing through downward to upward direction. Okay, at that time this electric conductor bend in this side. Actually originally it is look like this, but as we pass electric current through it, it will bend toward this side. Okay, it bend toward this side. Initially it is straight here. Okay, but now as we pass electric current downward to upward side, at that time it bend towards this side. Okay, so we know this motion is possible due to the force. So we can say that somewhat force is act on this conductor due to the passing of electric current in the magnetic field, due to which its motion is possible inside in this side. Okay, now we consider another case, that is C case. If electric current is now passing from upward side to downward side. Okay, initially when current is not passing through the conductor, at that time our electric conductor is straight. Okay, but as we pass electric current through the conductor, at that time we will see that it bends now in this direction. Now in this direction, if we bend the electric current, if we pass electric current through this wire, it get bent in opposite side. If we reverse the direction of current, now here what happen? No current is passed through electric conductor. At that time it remain as it is. When electric current pass downward to upward side, at that time it bend toward the left side. Okay, and now here what happen? If current pass downside to upside to downside, means if direction of current get reverse, at that time what happen? It bend towards the right hand side. It means that simply from that we have to understand, if we place an electric conductor in a magnetic field, at that time if electricity is passed through it, then one force will be generated on electric conductor. And what also we have studied, if we reverse the direction of current, okay, if we reverse the direction of a current, then again what happen? Force direction also goes on changing. Okay, if the direction of current changes, the direction of force is also goes on changing. Similar way we can see if we change the polarity of the magnet. If we change the poles of magnet, at that time also we see that this case will be happen there. So we can say that as we pass electric current through an electric conductor, when it is placed in a magnetic field, at that time force is generated around and on an electric conductor, which is depend on the direction of current as well as polarity of this magnet. Okay, so one thing we have to remember, as we place an electric conductor in a magnetic field, at that time if we no pass in current, at that time no change in it take place. But if we pass current through it, at that time force will act on it. Okay, so that force direction is depend on the current direction. as we change current direction, force will get changed. Okay, so perpendicular force act on a conductor. So how the direction of that conductor we have to find by using Fleming's left hand rule, which is given to find out the direction of the force acting on a conductor when we place an electric conductor in a magnetic field. Okay, how that direction of force we have to calculate, we will see in tomorrow's lecture. Up to now, you revise that much part. Okay, thank you.